Hey there, everybody. Welcome to my match in my next match in the 2020 Dominion Online Championship. Playing nasmith99 for a round of 32 matchups. Should be quite tough, as one would expect. Well, there's Beggar Guildhall, and I have the 4-2, so that's nice. Kind of expect there's nothing here to compete with that. So I guess I'll just do it. Right? Like, what else could you do? I mean, I'm just wanting to check, but I think it's pretty given. I guess the other question would be, do you buy a copper? I think that's a no, right? Because it's not. He also has the 2-4, so we're gonna jump right into it. We'll see if they take a copper. They don't. I do not hit 4 here, which is pretty bad. And I don't find my beggar, so he's off. He's way ahead now, unfortunately. That's interesting that they go with Swashbuckler there. I guess they just think, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You play it this turn and you get, I mean, I think it makes sense. I guess for me, I have some options. I can get I have a beggar sitting here, so it's not that good. Of course, the issue is, I mean, the top decking isn't so good for me. Like, I can do a silver, but I don't know if that's really all that exciting. Maybe that's the play. This is rough though. The Swashbuckler find was really nice from him, for sure. I mean, if I like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty tough. So now it's like, do you put silver or do you put... I'm going to put a beggar on top. But does it help me to put... I mean, I guess I could spend some coffers as well to get another beggar or something. That's too good. You can't write this stuff. Not with a 22 card deck. Yeah. Pretty resignable, but guess they don't know that yet. I mean, if I did have the if I did have the beggar still sitting down in the shuffle, then there would be something to do, but as it is, it's not going to. I mean, I can play on, obviously. I don't know what kind of collisions he might have experienced. But obviously the treasure chest and all that stuff is going to, I think, add up to a pretty easy win. I'm trying to think if there's even, like, if it's worth me to put a swashbuckler on top. Seems unlikely that that's like the play. Again, I mean, what's going to happen here is he'll province every turn, and I won't, because I'm not going to continue to accumulate coffers. So, it has been quite a few there. Just the goals are really nice too. I mean, he won't draw them all that often. I mean, he'll maybe draw one or two, but and I guess I can just keep going. It's a bit silly. I think they did have pretty bad collision as well, to be fair. Am I just not deck tracking? Did I also apparently confused myself because there was another beggar. I did not know about that one. Did not know I had 4 in the shuffle. I don't think it was like, I don't think it mattered, but this doesn't seem like too much of a decision point to me, but usually you'll have 6 coffers, by the end of your buy phase at least. I guess you can go harder and put the beggar on top. Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable too, of course. I didn't really. Yeah, that just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I missed a traveling fair trick somewhere. That's possible, but it felt like I was pretty out of that on the shuffle. But I can never rule out stupidity on my part for sure. Nice pickup for him though on second player. Okay, so this one has like page into Sulk Merchant into Goon stuff. There's also Academy, so there's a lot of things here actually. I guess a 2-4 would be, or 3-4 would be pretty nice. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe a silos What do I get if I do a silos? I should go into three cards of this shuffle. Maybe worthwhile. I mean, the Silk Merchant is also a little bit of cycling. Right, what is the advantage of triggering in this in the case where I open silos? It doesn't make any sense. And you can just choose not to, of course. So you can make it equivalent to the 3/4. I was just thinking that there was like, yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking, to be honest. One thing that could happen here, I guess, is that if you silos looks really, really good here still. I guess the question is the sequencing may be a little better for hitting 4 again if you go for silo or Silk Merchant and then silos. But so we'll see what they go with. Whether they go for the silos or they go for the Silk Merchant. They go with the Silk Merchant. Let's see. This is a great silos hand, of course. We'll see how great, or if I have to be further a little bit sad. But this could bring me back closer to. You can also just buy Silk Merchants over and over again. It's not crazy either. Obviously, that's what you want a bunch of in your deck. So. Yeah, that's kind of what you're living, what we're living with now, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well. See if they go for the. I don't know. You could do an academy. You could do a displace. You could do the silos. I mean, there are a few different things. I'm still not hitting 4. I mean, it's going to be difficult for me to hit 4 until I have the Silvers in deck, to be perfectly honest. We'll see how bad these treasure hunters could run for me. Could be quite bad. It could be quite fine, I guess, if they do academy now. But probably they buy a couple things and they just buy games. Okay, so that's not too bad if we get to any of them. And it makes his play of them a little bit harder. So that it makes his treasure hunter a little bit more of a pain, for sure. Which he hadn't already played it, right? Okay. We'll see if it matters. I think at this point for them you just buy Silk Merchants. Maybe you go in academy. It's kind of a hard sell for me. If we find some warriors here, we could get back in it. I mean, I think even though trashing their Silk Merchants like gives them a bonus, it's still really nice. So I have a shot at hitting some Silk Merchants on my warrior plays, which would be quite fortunate, just to make up the little bit of the draw difference. The goons isn't especially concerning one way or the other right now. So they go Silk Merchant Hamlet, which seems perfectly reasonable to me. I mean, even if we can just play another. I don't think we need buy. That was pretty sad in that we drew coppers, right? Like we bottom decked here. We have 2 silvers, copper warrior. So we're not siloing very much next turn. But there's only 4. Yeah, 2 silvers. So it was a really crappy draw to not get to 4. And also the silos next turn will be quite bad, but it was good to hit the silk merchant, of course. The scary thing here now, so we did get another copper, which is pretty nice. We may just never hit 4 still. I mean, there are some. I think it's got to look like this, right? It's pretty sad, but. And this could go bad on a. I think they just double silk. Right? What else? I mean, if I get to my other warrior this past turn, well, we don't need to talk about that. There was basically, I feel like I was kind of closer to getting into it. If I had drawn it, but anyway, we didn't, so no worries. We didn't find the hero again, would have been pretty useful. We didn't trash anything. Let's keep warrior. I don't know what the bottom card is. Okay, it's nothing. This isn't so bad. I mean, here we'll just gain a gold and buy a silk merchant. I didn't buy Hamlet there because at this point the Hamlets are just making my silos worse. We're close enough to the champion that we don't need it. The buy stuff doesn't really matter. They probably get to like 3 or 4. Well, not 4, but 3-ish. And I guess it could be 4. 3 silk merchants. That's going to be pretty much GG. The only thing I could do at this point is apothecary. As far as the draw goes, that's the only thing that I can kind of fight with. So I guess the hero should be a potion gain. Obviously, it's like way too little too late at this point, but yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I think the buys have been really good from him. He gets a 3. He gets a 3 copper silent hand as well. I assume they'll just go ahead and get a gold. I mean, I don't know, but they could also get the potion. I think it matters much. They could do a displace now. Maybe silk displace. Yeah, that looks nice. Look, I get a Hamlet. I mean, whatchamacallit. Okay. All Hamlets all the time. Didn't get to the champion. Does buying, I mean, surely buying Hamlet doesn't help me. So I guess I won't do that. Here's the champion. It's gonna be certainly too little, too late. They should just, I don't know, they can just empty the pages and the hamlets over a couple turns. Right? Seems pretty easy. You don't have to play that way. Of course, you can get a second goons, you can do whatever you want. But if you score 8 points here, I think that's probably not the buys. He'll win still, of course. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But I think those are probably not the buys. Like, that's more. If I'd known there was a silk merchant down here, I maybe wouldn't have played that. That's like more payload than you'll ever bring to bear. You don't have that much draw. You don't have trashing, so it's like more. I mean, to have the 3 goons in 2 displaces is like more than you'll ever play in a turn, most likely anyway. So it doesn't really help you that much to add them. But they're of course fine cards. So what is it? I mean, playing the silk merchant doesn't help. None of this helps me. I mean, not playing it didn't help me either. I guess they can feel a little safer if they start doing the 2 emptying when they have 2 goons in play or something, maybe. I'm looking forward to the inevitable. I want to get to my Apo once just to see it draw nothing, just so we can get to that point. They're going for the goons. That's fine. All fine. What do I get? What is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 is all. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. All right, we'll go ahead and maybe I'll make him buy it out. Actually, I have 7. Yeah, it's definitely a sad hand to not find. Well, it's not like there's a bunch of draw cards in there. That's probably not the way it works. But I could have found any of, or a couple of these. It's possible. Like this turn they're playing 3-ish goons. Like, surely you can feel okay about lowering the 2s at that point. Feel pretty good about it. Maybe he's just counting. I don't know. All right, I'll save him the trouble. I should make him count some more, since that appears to be what he's doing. But we'll end it. All right. Game 3. Game 3 is where it all turns around. Maybe. Maybe? I've got the 5, so I can skip Cathedral, right? This is what this opening is telling me. It's telling me I can skip Cathedral. I'm gonna do it too. This board is interesting. You can do, I guess, a few different things. But I don't know if they're good, but you can do them. I guess I don't have to skip Cathedral. I could still open with the trading post, and then, you know, maybe you have to go maybe you have to go, you know, both. What does the play here look like? We're gonna empty probably the GMs. Getting the Gladiator, okay. You're probably emptying the GM. What does skipping Cathedral help me? Like, it's a fast game. Like, if it was a long game, maybe you could worry about that, but or if there was an attack or something. I guess I can buy gladiators. Does that help me, or does it really help me in any way? Could also be a sheepdog. What are we gonna do when the trashing stuff is gone? That'll be interesting. We're gonna just have to have had a lot of action cards that we're willing to. Oh, you can lose the silvers, of course. It's a cursed village, okay. Now, do I feel the wishing wells or do I feel the sheepdogs? There are a couple ways to activate the sheepdogs, but they're not like trivial. What was he? He got hit with power, so he got no hexed. They still need another money card to have grand market options. They get a gold that qualifies. I'm not really worried about that. I also get a non-hex. So I'm also immediately, I guess I can lose the trading post. No, I do not have a gold. This is a bit sad, right? I mean, Okay, so this is all right. Everything down there is already, so it's like, whatchamacallit. It's like it's a cursed village and a thing of what's it, who's it, what's it? Curse. A copper is a copper. I guess I can find out what's on top. And then make my choice. I mean, it doesn't really help me. I don't get any, this turn anyway, I don't get any, native villagey stuff. I mean, I could pick up just have the coppers, and I can do that next turn though. It's really not likely to make any difference. Do I want to lower the gladiators? I don't know that I do. Because he can, if we drop it to 6, they can clear it and get it. I guess they can always let me. That's always the option they have available to them. Maybe I can, well, embargo, I was gonna say, maybe I can go Cathedral Embargo on the 5-2. I'm really not sure. I could certainly have gone, I don't know, I don't know. Seems a little tough. We're gonna get the fortune out. It's exciting. How many coppers are there left? 7. Okay. I have 3 of them. They have 4. Okay. Of course I cannot reveal. That is not in the cards for me. They're going Curse Village. I don't know if the Curse Village is the play, but obviously I like the fortune. Well, both of these will work for that purpose. Okay. Okay. They still have 4 cards. They do, yeah, they do have more trashing options than I do. Do I want anything but a fortune for the debt? I mean, I guess if you're gonna buy it, you buy it now. I mean, if you think you'll ever buy it, you buy it now. There's now nothing in their deck that isn't in my deck, so they don't have guaranteed gladiator hits. It would be pretty nice if they hadn't drawn the fortune, but I guess that's likely not the case. I would be happy anyway. I mean, for those of you who care about that. It has to be gold though, right? the bottom card's gold, because otherwise they would have they would have played the gold as a part of this adventure that already occurred. In fact, so there was no mystery, but I mean, the important thing is that I figured it out before the reveal. We should have gotten it faster, but at least we got there. Going with the T-Mog. I'm not 100% sure on the T-Mog. I mean, no, probably fine. Well, this is not good. I mean, there's actually two, I guess, 2 or 3 options here still. We'll just try one of them. See, that one would have been one of the options, of course. Get a little worming. Little deworming. It's pretty bad. I guess the other copper is down here if it isn't bottom decked, which it was. Guess I can team. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. I'd love to live in a world where fortune teller was bottom decked, but I don't think. It just doesn't feel like tonight we're living in that world. Does it feel that way to any of you? I don't think I'm not. It's just me. Maybe so. I mean, I guess there are always some questions about the copper plays to ask, but I don't know. Can't be that. Can't be that tough, I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, my hope here is that we go to piles, right, and somehow these couple worm plays do something for me, but that's probably a bit far-fetched as a plan anyway. Doesn't really constitute a plan. I mean, I guess there's counting to do. There must be some counting that he cares about the copper for, but to me it feels it may not be pointless, but it feels a little pointless. All right, so what do we have down here? There's a native village and another silver. I mean, I guess I can draw them either way. Just whether I want to set aside the silver, I guess. Well, that's okay. We could do a little counting. So this can hit for sure. This is 5, 7, 10, 20. I only have 3 buys. So maybe we just set the silver aside. I guess I could embargo the provinces. I don't know how much embargo does for me. In all honesty. I mean, I'm gonna play it. I guess I just don't know if there's a place to put it that really helps me out that much. I mean, are they going for... What are they going for? I don't know. Don't ask me. There are some bad draws they can have. I don't think they probably have it, but I don't know exactly how many provinces this will be for them. Could be 4, which is quite a few. Is quite a few provinces. I'm not really going to add... Yeah, my issue is going to be I don't really have money to put in besides these grand markets. Somehow you would need to do like Gladiator Curse Village is like a way to get a little more cash. But... I don't really have enough buys to make a really good duchy run. I'm trying to think in the opening, like, what do? I just bite the bullet Cathedral Embargo and try to buy a, it's still going to leave me behind on the pace of adding the silver looking things. Trading Post was at least doing that. Getting me a silver looking thing later on. But like, I mean, you can do an embargo, but you can't play it, right? You would probably need to save it till you bought a grand market. I mean, it depends. Maybe you could jump to gold. You could probably jump to gold and then it wouldn't be so weird and hope you get a gold Gladiator hit. Well, it's pretty hard to hit 6 though. Fairly hard. I mean, I'm probably just dudded. We'll see. I mean, what's in here? There's more grand markets than anything else, but I mean... Okay, it's another wishing well. So now this is GM Curse Village. Is that right? It's 5 points, gets me to... Yeah, I'm sure he was just counting points for his turn. 5 times 3, so 15, 18. How many buys do I have? 1. I mean, I'm not gonna have the money, I assume, but it was unfortunate to have to play both the wishing wells. That was because ideally we would have gotten to pick up. Well, let me think. So we got 8. I'm sure he counted it, so whatever I'm counting is probably not possible. But I can get to 8, 11, 13, 16, $32 with $32 and 6 buys, which is like $24. You can get a little bit. So much of the money is sitting on the mat right now. I mean, I can play for another turn. He potentially could have a pretty bad turn. I mean, he put in 1, 2, 3, 4. He put in 10 junk cards. So in theory, he could have a turn where he does a score point. So anyway, 32 is just because 3 provinces, and then we can do Duchy Estate, and we can gain another state, which would give us 15 plus. You have a team. He also doesn't have the team locked down. 15 plus 18 plus another couple 20. So we're gonna end up a couple coins short that way. So we could do this a different way. It's not really a pile out. We don't have to worry about that. We got to play for full dud, right? So there's like full dud plus a little bit of scoring. Or at 9. We can find out if he has a cursed village. That's kind of funny. Or the fortune or something. What do I have? We're at 9, so we would get to 18. Does this native village help me? Probably. If he does nothing, so if he does nothing, then we're, we have a shot. That's not a do nothing hand, I'm afraid. Though it's not doing a huge amount either. Okay, I need to count. Because it may be a duchy trash. Now the native village seems so sad. It's probably a GM trash, but it might be a duchy trash. Maybe the duchies were real bad. So what do you get? 15 points. Would put me at 26. So I got to do triple province and double duchy. I don't even think I have that money. So right, I added 1 GM. Now I would have to trash one. I'm gonna trash the native village, but 15 is 26. It's gotta be double Dutchy. So I have to get to $34. So I have to have, and at the end of the last game I had 32 if I maxed, and then all I added was a GM, right? So I have to do 15, and then, I mean, I can play for another dud. I mean, there's not, anyway, I think this is fairly clear. If we don't find the cursed village, then we're in trouble. So what are the stop cards? There's fortune, there's gold. I mean, there's a few things, right? Fortune, gold. I mean, it's got to be one of those, right? There's not something I have two of. They don't have duchy. Okay. This is the first game I've ever won that embargo helped me. I don't know how much embargo helped me, to be honest, but can't have hurt. Okay, I needed that. Dominate. Not a lot of draw. There's some things that can give you the money. So that's... I mean, you can get the money. You can get thin. It just takes a while. Yeah, I mean... I don't think they're going to do this. I'm thinking cargo ship priest, though. I don't think they're going to open that. I think they'll probably take a Night Watchman or Market Square, but or a silver or border guard. They may take border guard. You definitely are relying on getting your priest hits in. And in buying caravans, and then you can get the golds a couple of ways. They're not that hard to get. But there are a few things like they can do to make sure they draw their priests. We'll see if they go for the Night Watchman or just okay, so they're gonna follow. So we're gonna mirror here. This will be a caravan. I did get the better cargo ship draw. We'll see if the priest is super bottom decked or not. They either have like sombrero or some form of collision, so they have the worst shuffle for sure here. Priest didn't super bottom deck, which is nice. I guess I could have gone for a, well, I don't think I was going to have the cards for that. If you do Workers Village, can you trade and then still have money to buy another thing? I guess if you have any cards in hand, it would work. I don't know if you, what would you have? You would be able to trade a single card is all. So it would let you, I mean, it would let you get an additional, he just straight up sombrero. No, there's the priest. He didn't. It would let you get some other stuff. If I had done Workers Village there, I could have gone trade and border guard, but that's not that exciting. This is pretty sad unless the Workers Village is top decked. Need a second priest, which I think is totally reasonable. I may toss this. This is not a the not trashing estate on my priest turn was pretty sad. Maybe the trade stuff was nicer than what I ended up getting. It's either got to be Night Watchman or just a border guard. This is a really bad next shuffle though. They got the double priest on the Workers Village turn, so that's really nice. I assume this will be like double caravan. It doesn't have to be, you could go, there's some other things you can do, for sure. But I would expect at least one caravan. This was good. This was definitely good. This is not good. He's just getting a little thinner faster. It could be a problem. I don't know if I'll end up taking the probably caravan guard. I guess they could match, not caravan guard, Karen. They could match border. Yeah. That could be good. This is nice. I'm not sure. I think I play on right. I think the card here is worth it. We may get Night Watchman, which would help a little bit. Could trash the Night Watchman. I just don't think the gold there was that important. Do I need to get Another workers' village? Maybe. Maybe that was bad. There are definitely some different things I could have done there, so I could be convinced that those particular choices were just pretty rotten. And I think we'll pile out here. I mean, the caravans will run, and I don't know if anything else will. Not that it's like impossible for the border guards or something, but I don't, it doesn't seem that likely. What would I could have gone caravan, border guard, and discard top. That maybe was a little better. I may be a little tunnel visioned on the caravans. And I could have also gained the gold off of it. This may be pretty nice. So this is actually an okay turn. Still. For sure. That was just a totally fine turn, actually. We'll see what they get to here, but I don't know if that I'm probably still behind the turn of the fact that he's having a turn now. I don't think that's gonna necessarily change, but not completely lost. Okay, they're gonna finish those now. So they got 6 of those? That's not right. I was buying those. I thought I was buying those caravans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's rough. That is probably irrecoverable. Unrecoverable. Irrecoverable. They bought a copper. Crazy. I mean, you know, I understand. The they have the second workers village thing too. They've got it all. How exciting. Okay. They're probably more trash than I am. Just have the single copper. Ooh, oofta. They got more things. Pretty rough. If I play the cargo ship, or the 2 priests. It's still kind of hard to have $14. I mean, kind of. Probably they'll just have it right now. When did they get those caravans? And tell you what, let's check the log. Buys one. Oh, there you go. Explains it all. Gets another one too. Didn't get any. Okay. 3, 4. 5, 5, 5, 6. There they all are. Oh, he already has it. He's already dominating. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I think you can dominate, and like, you know, occasionally if you trash a province, if you're, you know, way up on the dominating, who cares, right? You can trash a province to your priest, and it's totally okay. So we're gonna need that. I don't know. Well, We need to clean up a bit. Chance to draw the gold. We did draw the gold. Hot dog. So this is still, of course, not $14. And it isn't really gonna become $14 anytime soon. I mean, I guess I could get, what else would help? I shouldn't set the market square aside though. Or, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't set the market square aside. Should be some other thing. Maybe we will, maybe we will run the who's what's it's out. Maybe we will run these two piles out. Because they can, they can go for them, right? I just want to dominate once. That's all. And then we can say goodnight to this game. Oh, sorry. Little chin action on the old microphone. The what do they all have? Some stuff. Got some stuff. Killing one of the priests, I think, seems like a thing. Seems like a thing to do. Just getting golds, doing a dominate. Like, they didn't even need that gold. They're just sort of rubbing it in now. My horn. I'm gonna get both of the things this time. Told ya. I don't know the order of all this. Best way. So we probably need. It might be better to trash. Just don't think we're getting there, are we? This turn, it takes too much discarding to kind of get up there. We didn't really want the priest, actually. That was not the card we wanted to draw, per se. Like, if it was a gold, we still wouldn't have it, but, I maybe should have waited to try and do priest on priest. So we still would be short. Well, then. And also, it wouldn't be a gold, it would be like a copper or something. It would just be the copper, because there wasn't a way. Wasn't like a way to shift the copper into the gold. 410. Not very much. All right, we'll abandon ship. The big issue, of course, at that point is, like, on a turn where they have to they can trash provinces, right? That's gonna be the big issue. They're not really gonna choke on anything. They still score. They still score quite a bit. So, okay, we got an interesting board here. You could go exploration. Ironworks, I mean, certainly we're looking at a big highway thing. Maybe it's, you could go exploration. Yeah, you wouldn't open Ironworks, that would be silly, but you could go exploration Spice Merchant. We could do Spice Merchant Enchantress. I mean, I think the exploration is not unreasonable, but I think the cycling is probably a little more important. You will get Ironworks, I just mean in the opening. It's not that appealing. Exploration does not seem crazy to me. I just don't know. I don't know. It feels like Enchantress is still okay here. Not because because you can still hit some of the things. Obviously later on the attack is really crappy once they have highways, but prior to that it seems okay. And potentially quite damaging. You hit their Spice Merchant or whatever. I don't think you get capitalism, even though it touches a lot of the board. I don't think there's really. I mean, the main use for it would be like Ironworks pile out at the end, right? But I think we're probably just you can just. I think you'll have actions. They also have the 3/4, so they don't really have the exploration option on the opening anyway. So yeah, I mean, like you get capitalism and you might see you might see something nice from it. From playing the Ironworks on for like greening, I guess, but I kind of think that it won't come to that. Likely someone just gets way ahead and can 3-pile and the other person cannot. I think we go second Spice Merchant. Okay, so my Enchantress probably didn't hit them, but this is just a way of hitting 5 once, or trying to hit 5 once, I guess I should put it. If we had found the other Spice Merchant right off there, that would have been something. We can think about buying here. Would be another Enchantress, or it might be a silver. And we really just want one highway and then an Ironworks. And then to do this stuff. This was not it. So it may become it, I guess. We'll see. They get moving a little bit. I mean, I'm thinner. I have to buy Ironworks once. That's going to be kind of hard to do. Sort of. Could be Enchantress. What are we looking at? There's Copper and Enchantress on the bottom here. They did go with Sanctuary on their first 5, which I think was interesting. That's right. If I don't find a highway, yeah, I don't think we can afford to. I think we gotta play the Enchantress as the thingy, as the whatchamacallit. If we had a highway in hand, that would be great, of course. But we don't. If the highway bottom deck, we just lose. Well, no, we can. Yeah, I mean that would be the pain draw here. I don't know. Like I don't. What can I do? This has just been pretty rough. We're still okay. It's just been annoying. They're gonna buy a highway now. Yeah, they're gonna probably catch us. We can't really play both of them on the thing, so. Well, we may. I'm trying to think. Can I use the buy 5? It would be to get Ironworks and another Enchantress. I'm assuming, hopefully, they'll probably just have their highway in hand. Well, it wasn't that. That or they chose to do it that way. I mean, that's possible too. Because they can go highway Ironworks. I could also find some. There could be some really bad draws here for me. Still. On this turn. I assume they go highway Ironworks. They go with that. I mean, that's fine too. Yeah, this doesn't roll into like nice money either now. Or a nice amount of money now either. It just looks really rough. It looks really rough. Though I got the draw for it here. Probably I'm still toast. But at least it's going to be a little bit, well, I don't know. I don't really know what it's going to be. Okay, so they didn't play that at all. Or they didn't play an Enchantress at all, so that could go pretty badly. That didn't work. Did it? I mean, at least we found the ironworks, but it really didn't work. Well, that... Oh, I got confused there. Yeah, that's gonna be it. For some reason, I had in head that he had stopped for something, but that's gonna be too much. It's gonna be way too much. I mean, unless they draw 7 ironworks or something. If I don't bottom deck the highway that one turn, I think I maybe am okay, but with that it didn't work. But that's okay. Maybe they'll buy capitalism. I kind of want to see them buy capitalism just because that would be fun. I don't know if they have $5 though. Probably not. But it would be pretty fun to see the ironworks as treasures piling the provinces or whatever. He's pretty close. I mean, he couldn't really get there, but gets the horses in deck though, which is nice. I would think just double highway is pretty easy, but you can do, yeah, lodges are fine too. They can pile out next turn without too much worry either way. This is already a bit sad looking. We didn't find the highway yet. This was always, I guess there's always a chance of this as a problem. I should have played these two things. Did I get another hunt? I don't even know if I have another hunting lodge. I did this incorrectly. For sure. I mean, he has a lot of gains, right? He has 7, 8, 9 gains. How many highways can I get before I play another? Like I can, yeah, all I can do is get like duchies or something. They can empty duchies even. Well, not quite, but I mean the sanctuary gains can chain. So in a sense, if you empty the sanctuaries, you can empty a lot of different piles. Though they don't chain on everything because you don't get enough highways. It's all a bit weird. I don't know exactly what, like I'm essentially at a point where I have to play for a dud, but it's not really clear to me what kind of dud I can even sort of play for. Like I can just get some highways, but but that mostly probably means upping my gains a little bit. I have to guess. I mean, like he'll just pile out for sure. But if he did full on super dud, then I can maybe empty on my turn. Something like that. I mean, I might as well play for super dud. I assume if the hand was anywhere close to a super dud, you would have actually played the Ironworks as an enchantress. So I assume it's just not there at all. There wasn't an amount of green I could get to get out of range from his deck either. So that wasn't. It was literally just see if they had the flukiest, worst hand ever. Would have been like the Silver Patron and a bunch of Ironworks, but. Nasmith disconnected. Did he reconnect? All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you to all the TOs who do all the hard work to make these tournaments possible. And thank you to Steph for putting up the prize money. It's cool every year. And good luck to everybody who's still in the tournament. And give us lots of good Dominion. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.